Let us put ourselves into bandan. After raising our kundalini, raise. Attention on your sahasrara. Don't close your eyes. Push back your head. 1. Again. Sit straight. Take it up on your head. 2. 3. Now a bandhan. 1. Slowly. 2. With attention on the sahasrara. 3. How do I do it? 4. 5. Good. 6. Attention on sahasrara. 7.
स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम हम सब करते स्वागतम आज हमारे बीच पधारे श्री माता जी आप हैं तारे झूम झूम के करते हैं गान झूम झूम के करते हैं गान जय स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम स्वागत आगत स्वागतम। बोलो आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री निर्मल गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हरतासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमिष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुः त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवः स्वरो गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादः सन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः स्वैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्रुद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुरहस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः।
Will I have the loudspeaker?
It picks it up from there, Mother.
All right.
It's purely a record.
So it's very nice to arrive here among all of you. And I'm sorry for what has happened before my coming here. But as I told you, that nature also can be awakened with the presence of a divine personality. And once it is awakened, it starts behaving in a manner as a realized soul would do. Like it gets angry with people who are not religious, people who don't want to know about God, people who are doing wrong things on life, people who are not normal people, in the sense they don't want to be part and parcel of the whole, recluses, all sorts of people. And once it is brought to that level, then it starts working on its own. As you know that according to Sahaja Yoga, all these elements have got a deity behind it. For example, Agni has got a deity called Agni Devta. In pure form, Agni Devta is the one which really purifies us. It purifies everything. It purifies, say, a gold. If you put gold in the fire, see, it doesn't burn. It comes out more brilliant, better. But if it is something that is not of such a value, it will burn out. So all inflammable things are mostly of a low grade things which are to be burnt only. But amazingly, these lower things only, when they are enlightened, or you can say when you put some wood you take and you put fire to it. So when fire is added to that wood, the same fire which is coming, actually the base is that, the wood itself, which is inflammable. And the flames that are coming out of that fire, once they are enlightened, they starts knowing what is truth, what is untruth, and reacting in such a manner as if they know what work has to be done. Now the difference between a Sahaja and the fire which is so initiated is this, that it does not think about it. It just goes on completely finishing things which it has to do. And by a method of frequencies it knows where to go and which one to burn out. And that's how it goes on burning things which it has to burn. And some of the unfortunate things are that people feel that this fire has no compassion, and that the fire must have some compassion also to spare some people. But the trouble is, we must understand that we have so many things within us. We've got fire, we've got water, we've got Mother Earth, all elements are within us. But in the fire, it is only the fire element, nothing else. So it acts according to its own quality, that is fire. Whatever is the quality of the fire, when enlightened, separates truth from untruth and starts behaving in that manner, but it remains fire. It cannot become compassion. But in a way, if you see, when you start choosing between the wrong type of a person and a right type of a person, if you see in a subtle way, it is compassion, because it is truth, and truth is love. So whatever it is doing is to manifest the love of God. And when it is manifesting the love of God, you should know that though it is fire, it gets the performance of a personality which is as if is a human being, because it is discreet. It knows what to burn and what not to burn. One day, I must tell you, we were doing some sort of a cleaning of the doors with those lamps you get. And Linda one day, you see, by mistake, brought that lamp very close to my body. And the lamp, the flame was very strong, but it just went round me. And it didn't touch me. She was surprised. She said, "Mother, you are burning." I said, "Don't worry." It just went round and came out. So the fire doesn't burn a person who is pure. Doesn't. Example is Sitaji. Sitaji, when she was brought by Sri Rama from Ravana's place, see, everybody said that she has lived with a Rakshasa and she must be found out whether she is guilty or not. So Rama, first of all, he said, all right. He put the fire. She herself said that you put a fire, with fire or fire. And she sat on that. And when the fire started burning, it could not burn her. She could not be burnt, you see. And the whole fire subsided. So, that time, the Agni Devata knows what is right, what is wrong, who is holy, who is unholy. But human beings take a lot of time to recognize that and to understand, even in Sahaja Yoga, because the sensitivity has to be grown much more. Now, why is it that anything that like water or Agni or any one of these elements becomes so sensitive than human beings are? How they just obediently do the thing as if they know the job, and they're so quick at it, so efficient. The reason is they are completely under the control of the divine. They are under the control of the powers of God. Absolutely, 100%. Whatever God wants, they do it once they are enlightened. But human beings are still, you see, dwindling between his own human awareness and the divine awareness and the oneness with the God. So it is the sensitivity in a person grows very, very slowly. Doesn't matter. Makes no difference. And when it grows, it comes, you see, it moves sometimes 2 steps forward and 5 steps backward. You see, again, like by the time it is about 2 years, you find the gentleman at the same spot where he started. And you get quite upset how it has happened despite Sahaja Yoga. But this is the thing, is that human beings can think and they can decide, and they have ultimate freedom to give up this sensitivity at any time. So, you have to be under complete obedience of the divine, which is, one cannot understand sometimes how to be like that, because we have not been brought up that way. We don't know how to do it, and it's very difficult. So many people say, "Mother, it is very difficult to surrender." It's not that they don't want to surrender, but they think that we are still, you see, popping up somewhere. Mother says something, but we start questioning her. Mother says this, then we think that we can suggest to Mother this, another alternative, and this and that. But there is no alternative. See, there is no alternative for a person who is a sensible person. If he knows that divine is only thinking of your hita, of your well-being, and whatever it sees and does, you see, knows much more than you do. Much, much more. And in so many dimensions that if somebody says so, that do like this, best is to do that. Sometimes it shocks people. People have ideas about sympathies, ideas about being, see, kind to others and to be compassionate to others. But what is a human compassion? It doesn't do anything, it just talks. While the God's compassion works. It works. It works on people. It doesn't talk that, "Oh, I'm very compassionate, I'm full of compassion," nothing. It just works, it manifests itself. So, one should understand, to be a complete egoless personality, one should try to obey the self within yourself. Now, how do you obey yourself within yourself? It is through vibratory awareness. Try to obey through your vibratory awareness. Any question you want to ask, anything you want to do, you must obey it through your vibratory awareness. Now, some people are not so sensitive. That's true. The reason why they are not sensitive is because they think about it. Now, you think with your brain. Alright? If your brain can be enlightened, then you will think as the divine thinks, and your sensitivity will improve. Because sensitivity comes from the central nervous system. Now, in the central nervous system, if there is any blockage, it is actually in the brain, because all the centers are represented in the brain. So, the best thing is to say that, Mother, come in my brain. Please reside in my brain. Please make your room in this brain. You be the controller of this brain. Let this brain be guided by your divine wisdom. And you don't think for yourself. And this word, I think, should be dropped completely from surgery. I think means goes on, funny ways. It can be anything, Like once we went out and we had one of my very stupid relations staying with us, a girl. And as I was going out, we had no service that day. So I was cooking, but that day when we were going out, so I told her, I'm going in the morning. Can you make a little bit of khichdi for us? When we come back, we'll have that. That's the only cooking she did in her lifetime, which she did not do also. So when we came back, she told me that she has not cooked. So I said, why? Why didn't you cook? Because we were supposed to take our food here. She said, I thought that maybe you may not come. Maybe you're not hungry. Maybe you may not like to eat. Maybe I may not do well. So all these four alternatives not to do the cooking. But I said, why didn't you think that we may be hungry, that we will eat? Why didn't you think this way? But I thought, this is an explanation for not having one in the brain, I should say, that there is no divine guidance in the brain. Then the guidance comes from your ego or from your superego, which says, I thought that this might happen. But how, why did you think like that? Why not the other way around? Why did you think the other way around? But that is how it is. And when these things happen, we really are so much used to this kind of justification and alternatives to be offered that this becomes again the habit of the brain, and the brain gets separated from the divine. So you tell your brain, but why? Why did you think like that? Now will you stop thinking about these things and on these lines? Let us think of the positive thinking. Now positive thinking is nothing but is a thinking, as according to Sahaj, it's not aggressive thinking, but it means that a thinking which helps to manifest the divine. That is what is positive thinking. And the it's alright. And the result of that is that your nerves start opening up and you start feeling the manifestation of divine power in your fingers, in your being. And this is the basic thing that doesn't happen in the West or in the Western culture, because we have a very big idea of always giving an explanation for anything. Now you can see that, supposing you go to a person who is possessed and you get possessed, then you give an explanation. You see, I went to that person thinking, I thought that I will cure that person, but the result is you are mad now. Instead of that person getting cured, you have. So what is the reason? The reason is you thought in a very negative way, that I thought that this would help me, or I was helping that person. On the contrary, you got into trouble. Now, the trouble did not think. No, it just entered into you without thinking. It is there. It never thought whether I entered this person or not. It just came in, walked straight forward. While you were busy thinking, you see, it entered into your being and settled down there. So, it's like a thief walking into your house nicely when you are busy absent-mindedly doing something. See, it's exactly like you see the thief walking in, suddenly you find, oh, the thief is standing behind you. Now you said, I was thinking. It's exactly the same way it happens to us. And when we know, our mind knows that I can give an explanation about it, every time it is ready to give explanation, then the mind, you see, is used to that kind of a phenomena. That it will always give an excuse, always it will say something. So it is never on the alert. Because you see, even if the trouble walks into you, you will always say, this is the explanation. But explanation doesn't cure you, doesn't help you. Because by mental explanation, she's not well, you see. She'll give us some soothing things.
There's some there, some soothing lollies. Okay, there's some soothing
Let's take
lollies.
it. Let's give her. All right. So, one should not be extremely on the thought waves and on the depending on their thinking. Because you see, thinking has an alternative. Thinking always has an alternative. You can say, I was thinking this or I was thinking that. But whom are you blaming? It was you who were thinking, so you are responsible for that. So if you take the responsibility for your thinking, then you may not do such a thing as to say that I thought if I had done this thing, it would happen. Because you are responsible for your thinking. Supposing an engine driver decides that I thought I better go by the other route and has a big accident. People will ask him, why did you think like that? What was the thing that made you think like that? But in every day-to-day life, I find human beings are always saying, I think, all the time giving alternatives. And that's why they go up and down, up and down, up and down like that. But for fire, or for water, or for Mother Earth, there is no alternative. There is no alternative. If I just touch the Mother Earth and I say, suck in their problems, please, she sucks. If I tell the fire, now, come now, you have been ignited. I don't even tell. They immediately suck it. Their Kundalini rises, you can see. You put a fire in front of my foot. It's vibrating. You put a light, it's vibrating. It has no alternatives. It doesn't think, it has no alternatives. It's just enlightened. It has its own quality of enlightenment in the purest sense, because thinking makes it impure. Your enlightenment becomes impure by your thinking, by giving explanations, by giving all these nonsensical alternatives. So one should know, the divine, there is no alternative. In Sanskrit the word is paryaya. There is no paryaya for divine. Divine is divine. There is nothing like that. Supposing you don't want to accept it, you will have problems, and then you will say that, Mother, how did we have problems? As you saw in Delhi. I told these people many a times that please do not have any program for 8 days and let all these people stay with some friends. They wouldn't listen to me. They arranged their program in that flat, and they were thinking they will have a big pandal in which they will give them the food to eat and all that. But you know what happened? It rained and rained and rained. Now rain knew what I wanted, because it had to rain for the rabi crop. You see, you have to look after the whole universe, and that's why I said that for these 8 days, don't allow them to stay in this, because it will be difficult for them to move out. Better keep them with some other people so they can carry them along and do things. But they did not listen. Ultimately, it turned out to be a fiasco. They had to arrange for the stay of all other people into some house. So this is the situation. Now they might say that, Mother, you better stop the rain. I will not. Because they must know that the question of rabi crop is also equally important for me. And they have to have their share. After all, they are human beings and they are to be helped. But why didn't you listen to me? And then he came to me and he said that, Mother, will you please stop the rain tomorrow? I said, all right, tomorrow I will. He went back and he told the other gentleman, he said that let's put up the shalom, let's put up the pendant, and let us cook there. He said, but no, it will rain. He said, no, it will not, because I have told God himself. She said, where did you meet God? He said, I did meet her, and now it's done. The next day he got up at 5 o'clock, the other fellow, to see. And he saw the whole sky so clear. He said, look at that, you have told God and God has listened to you. So this is it. Then when you are that much one with God, I mean, if you tell anything, it will work. Anything. Anything you ask for, it will work. But we are not. We are always finding alternatives. See? And these alternatives is the game. All these people have played with you. All the time giving you alternatives. You see now, in the market if you go, just now I asked him about what car you have. So he told me there are so many combinations, this, that, if you cylinder, this, that, so you go mad. You say, alright, but I'll give you something, whatever it is. And then, you see, this is all playing with your brains all the time, giving you alternatives, whether you want this or that. And you feel that you are really a great personality that you can decide about, I'll have this color and that thing. Very seriously people do. Even I've seen, in a dinner, if people are sitting in a hotel and something, they'll study all the menu very carefully, and any one of will say, alright, I'll have this, the other fellow will say, I'll have that. And the bearer is quite puzzled, but the owners are happy that they have the food. They just mix up this with that. Oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. And just they try to be full, you see, everything is boiled, kept there. Alright, this with sauce, alright. This with masala, this with masala. It's all ready. You see, just mix that before you. Oh, I've got very good this thing. You see. It's not that your spirit is happy with it. It's not even your stomach that is happy with it. It's not even your palate that is happy with it. It's only your brain, this ego is happy. And you say, oh, very nice. Still it's no good. Same thing with gurus. It happens like that you see, they pay for the guru. Alright. So now the satisfaction is I've paid for the guru. And when you go there, even there they feel the scorpion is pinching them. So all the time is biting. They say, what happened? No, it's all right. Nothing has gone wrong with it. Again this time. And they continue with it. Oh, I'm very fine. Yes, I'm all right. I'm very peaceful. I'm never agitated. I'm absolutely relaxed. And you can see his nose is jumping, his eyes are jumping, his head is jumping, and he's supposed to be the most relaxed person. Oh, I felt very peaceful, very happy, no doubt. How can? With booths, how can you? I mean, I know you cannot. But I've seen many people telling me this story. Oh, they felt very nice with the guru, and they felt very peaceful with the guru. When I look at them, you become dishonest. Just to support that, one becomes dishonest. So we come back to the same point, that all these elements are honest. They are absolutely honest. Whatever is their quality, they profess that. A fire will not say that I will cool you down. It will not say. But after realization, so many of you must have noticed that you just put your hands to the fire, you get cool breeze coming out of it, because it burns away whatever is ugly, whatever is bad in you, and you get the cool breeze from everywhere there, because that part is burnt away. It does the work of burning away. And when it burns away, then you put a hand towards the fire, and you are surprised that from the flame the food is coming up. Instead of burning me, how the flame is cooling. So the quality, whatever they represent, they have within themselves built in, and they are honest. They are not dishonest, because they are absolutely one with the divine laws. But human beings are not like that. They play tricks here, there, that. That's why to give realization to human beings is a very difficult thing. Now I will also tell you about the Swayambhu things that come out of Mother Earth. You see, the Mother Earth sends out certain forms above for being, for you people to see that there are vibrations, to work out her spiritual thing by which she makes the spirituality emit among you, by which she guides you, by which she creates a nucleus for you to worship, and this work she does in a very honest manner. But when such a Swayambhu things comes up, you can't understand why people are attracted to it. So then you become a sort of in charge of that thing. Then you want to make artificial images of that. It's a human nature to make everything that you see real, make it artificial. And that goes on and on and on till human beings themselves become so identified their artificiality that they don't understand what is reality is. In reality, whatever you are the highest. You are the highest epitome of all the creation. Even the thing that comes out of the Mother Earth cannot do the work that you can do. It cannot raise the Kundalini. It cannot cure, maybe little bit effects might. But it won't work out with that force, with that maneuvering. When you are like a very advanced machinery, of course, very advanced, extremely sharp and extremely effective. But the problem is this brain of yours, you see, when it comes in between, which is nothing compared to that big brain, you see. Your brain is nothing but like a little mosquito, it comes up, it comes here and there, says, this. And then the problem starts. But if you really start using His power within you, God has made you as the best instrument that you could think of. And as you start using your instrument with that wisdom and surrender on humility, gradually it evolves more and more and more, and you start developing more sensitive sides, or we can say evolving a new method in this and getting a better and better understanding of the working of Sahaj. So it is important that first of all we must decide to stop the brain working too much and say that, Mother, you be in our brain. Thank God I am before you in first. It's not difficult. Just say that, Mother, you have to be in our brain. Now this brain is, as you know, is supported by the 5 elements. They all are in this brain. And if you can somehow or other bring me in that brain, somehow or other, by telling your brain now not to disturb you anymore, you'll be amazed that immediately the whole system will start working like a dynamo. It will be such a sensitive thing, you don't have to worry about anything, you don't have to think about it. You touch anything, it becomes cold sort of thing. You see, become Midas touch. It's become such a great thing. But that is to achieve is difficult for everyone. They find it difficult to achieve that kind of a perfection where you lose completely ego and you become egoless. Like the fire, the Mother Earth, like all other elements. They have no ego. It's only human beings who have built the ego. And the ego is such a big myth. Of course, when you don't do anything, why should you think you are doing something? And why should you be responsible for doing anything? But the thing is, we think that, no, it's not God. We have to do this thing. And I have to decide. You see, it's just we play tricks with ourselves. Morning till evening, spoiling our brain, absolutely becoming mad. Best thing is to surrender and see that things will come before you. You will be amazed. Oh, how it has happened. How it has worked out. The other day I told just Carrie, you better go and register yourself. She said, Mother, the university has closed down its gates. I can't get it. It's very difficult. I said, all right, I have said it to go. Then she telephoned, they said, no, it's impossible, you just can't do it, but if you want, you can come and see it. And as she walked into the university, in the office, they said, all right, come along, you are registered. It is. So many times it will happen to you people. But it took about 10 minutes for me to convince her that you just try it. But I must say, still, she was not so adamant. She was thinking, if Mother is saying, I will get it. Mother is saying, it will work. But if you suppose it's all right, Mother, you are saying, I am just going to register. Finish. Then what happens? Even if you do not get registered, doesn't matter. That's not important. Your brain improves. That's important. That your brain improves. It becomes more sensitive. It's not important that the work should be done. That's not important. What is important that in your brain you must get this idea that let me be enlightened. Alright? This is what one has to understand in a very subtle way, that we all are very sensitive instruments made by God, and all our energies are not yet working. So we have to supply energy to all our nerves, and that's only possible if we remove our blockages created by our ego and our conditioning. If you can remove the blockages, all our nerves will become very sensitive. And that's why tell your mind that now any further you better put mother down. Now it is also expressed through the way you talk. You see, you jabber. Jab, 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 jab. And nothing I see you jabbering, I say, Baba, now what to do? There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to say about it. It's just there. And if it is just there, then it is better to be done and to be executed, and it will work. Because if you know how to talk too much, then it's going to be difficult. Because you will not suck in anything within yourself. And you will always give explanations. You will always say, oh, maybe, I thought, maybe, this, maybe. A simple example, say for example, I said, oh, I think I brought. If I say I think I brought, I mean something in it. I said I brought my chappals with me. So I would think, no, I think finished. May not be true. I may not be true at all when I am saying that. See, I may be saying it just to test you. And to say maybe, then yes, all right. Try. Once or twice you say that whatever you know so far, you say, must be. If mother says must be. Just try to train your mind that way. I try these tricks and I find mostly they fail. Then I give up. Mostly they fail. And they just can't understand how these things happen and how what mother says come true and how that thing works out this way. But now understand that I'm just playing tricks with you, just to make you understand that put your mind absolutely at rest and let the big ahankara, the mahat ahankara take over, the mahat ego, the great ego of God take over and do the will. Alright? May God bless you. It's better now. I think brain activity has stopped quite a lot. So now, what should we do? Now, what is the theme as you asked me now? I don't know what is it.
The bowl has to be painted. Just give me the kumkum and the large bowl.
You see, by washing my feet, what you are doing is that you are awakening the spirit in the water, first of all. Alright? And when you decorate my feet, what you do is that you decorate the powers that are there, just the powers. And when you put these red things on them, what you do is this red is something that is just decorative, and you decorate the power, so the power also feels happy about you. You see? That's how it is. So now what is the theme? You tell me.
I told him your message, Mother.
Now I would say, what did I say?
He said call it the place where the Adi has been laid down.
Yeah. Adi laid. No. Laid can mean two things. Also can be laid down, you see, and laid up. In which language can we use the way? Actually, Adi La. La is Lalita. La is Lalita, and Adi, the primordial Lalita. And Lalita is left-sided. So, if it is to be taken from Adi La Da, Adi La, this comes from 4 words. Adi, then Adi La Da. Le. Alright? So, Adi La means Lalita, And Da means the one giver. Giver of the Adi Lalita is Adi Lalita. Alright? It has a big name if you try to really see through it. I don't know how they gave this name to this place, why, but maybe unconscious has done it.
Jai Nirmala Mata त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। गुरु श्री भगवती माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
ऐगिरि नन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते। सुरवरवर्षिणि दुर्धरदर्शिनि दुर्मुखमर्षिणि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्मिषमोषिणि घोषरते तनुजनिरोषिणि सुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि बिन्दुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते ऐशतखण्ड विखण्डितरुण्ड वितुण्डित शुण्ड गजाधिपते विपुगजगण्ड विदारण चण्ड पराक्रम शुण्ड मकाधिपते निजभुजदण्ड निपातित चण्ड विभातित मुण्ड भटाधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते धनुरणुसङ्गरणक्षणसङ्ग परिस्फुटदङ्गनटकटके कनकपिशङ्गपुषत्कनिशङ्गर सत्फटशृङ्गहताबटुके कृतचतुरङ्गबलक्षिते रङ्गघटद्बहुरङ्गरटत्पटुके जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय जप्य जय जय शब्द परस्तुति तत्पर विश्वनुते झन झन झिञ्जित झिङ्कृत नूपुर झिञ्जित मोहित भूतपते नटित नटार्थ नटी नटनायक नाटित नाट्य सुधानुरते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सुमनस्सु मनस्सु 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 मनोहर कान्तियुते श्रितरजनी रजनी 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 करवक्त्रवृते सुनयन विभ्रम भ्रमर 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 भ्रमराधिपते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते सहित महार्णव मल्लम तल्लिक वल्लिक रल्लिक मल्लरते विरचित वल्लिक पल्लिक मल्लिक झिल्लिक विल्लिक वर्कव्रते सितव्रत पुल्लिस मुल्लसितारुण तल्लच पल्लव सल्ललिते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते कमलदलामल कोमल कान्ति कलाकलिकामल भारलते सकल विलास कलानिलय क्रमकेलि चलत्कलहंसकुले अलिकुल संकुल कुवलय मण्डल मौलि मिलद्बकुलालिकुले जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते 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 जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि